We're in FaZe's studio. We finished making Cinematic about 2 weeks ago. So what we're going to do today is just give you a little run through of some of the tracks on the album, how they started, where they finished up, and some of the work that went into getting them to that point. So I'm going to turn it over to FaZes and let him run you through some shit.
Yeah, long as the
right now I've got a track called Talk, and it features a good friend of ours, Kira Peru, and this one was probably the most challenging to make on the album. If you have a look, there's roughly 140 tracks worth of instruments.
How many tracks is on a normal hip-hop song, would you say?
Average?
Yeah, what's the average?
You can get up to 80.
So this is double almost.
Yeah, this is
and
a
it
lot.
was triple at one point.
Yeah, my computer was very angry at me during the making of this. The actual initial idea for this beat came from a piano loop. That's how it started. So that sort of sparked the idea. I needed some chords to go with it, just to set, I guess, set the vibe of the track. One thing I didn't want to do was do a very typical sort of, kick and snare, hip-hop drum track to it. So I actually went for like more of a military drum roll sort of thing. So I'll play that one. And then the snare roll comes in. I'm always a fan of galloping sort of tom rolls, so I sort of go with the claps. I added some sort of vocal effect. That's me singing that. It's terrible, but yeah.
It's not so bad.
I had to put like tons of effects on it so you could barely hear it was me. If we play that all together. So the beat was all good, but I wanted to have a little breakdown before the last hook, just to sort of let the track breathe a bit. I'll play it and then I'll break down each part in it as well. So it's supposed to sort of build up and then explode into, I don't know, like, imagine you're like floating through a fucking field of flowers and shit.
A field of clouds.
Clouds and dreams. Almost like a harp, but like more of a synth sort of sound. And I actually used this program on the iPad called Polychord. I think we ended up with something crazy like, yeah, almost 100 tracks worth of strings, maybe more, 140 maybe. I went through and chopped each string part to time them correctly together, which took, I think, a whole day to do. So, especially these ones. I wanted them to hit exactly the same time and had to chop them all up and line them up. Second verse is where it really kicks into gear, which is it's very suspenseful and shit, It's actually my first time recording strings ever. So I'm pretty happy with how they came out.
Talk came about because it's just basically a response to people who speak about people behind their backs. I mean, everyone, I think, has experienced that at some point. That's what the verses were about. And then we had a friend of ours, as FaZes said, Kira Peru, come through and basically just blessed us with this huge hook. She's got a beautiful voice, big booming Adele-like voice.
It's a battlefield when shit gets real. I'll leave you behind. It's an earthquake.
That's Talk, and I think should we play him a little bit?
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool.